Hey guys, it's Mike here and welcome to Autovlog. Today I am really excited because we have a fun car to take a look at. I am pleasantly surprised by this car, as you will notice as this review goes on. But the car that we're taking a look at today is a 2014 Mini Cooper S. Here it is. 2014 Mini Cooper S is probably one of the most fun cars that I've ever driven. We're going to take a quick look at the exterior here. So you can see it's red. It's got some cool black stripes across the hood. And while we're standing here at the hood, take a look at the engine. It's a 2-liter 4-cylinder twin turbo engine with 189 horsepower. Give it a quick walk around here. Just want to. It's got these awesome LED headlights around these alien looking lights it has. Would I prefer that it was black? Yes. I apologize about the wind here. I hope you guys can hear me. See if we can open it up real quick. Not much storage space in the back here. Seats can fold down though, like so. Dual exhaust here, or a twin pipe exhaust system. That sounds awesome. You will hear that here shortly. We have 17-inch wheels sitting on 205 45 diameter tires. Cool little chrome details around the car, gas cap there. All right. Got a black roof, cool looking, dual panel moonroof. We all know where this car comes from. But I'm not going to rabble on for too much longer here. Let's just jump inside the car and go for a drive. I am truly in love with this car. This car is freaking awesome. I had never driven a Mini Cooper before. As soon as I got in this car and the first time I drove it, I was like, wow. I don't think I've been that surprised by a car ever that I've either reviewed or just driven personally. The best thing about this car is driving it. And it should be with any car, obviously. The best feature about it should be the driving experience. But this is just amazing. I mean, these seats, they're just perfectly molded, at least for my size. And I mean, when you punch it and you hear that exhaust system, it pops. It's just wow. I mean, I was surprised when I drove this car for the first time, and even now, after driving it a couple times, it's just amazing. I mean, it has a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine with twin turbo. It's got 189 horsepower. I actually thought it was more horsepower the first time I drove it. And we're going to go through everything of the interior here in a minute, but these driving modes that it has, when you put it in sport and it says let's motor hard, I mean, how awesome is that? What other cars have that? I mean, that's just badass, and it's just so British, I guess. Let's This thing scoots. It's so fast and it just sits in the corners. This thing is awesome. And yeah, the Mini Cooper S, obviously, just by the name of it, it just sounds like a small car. It looks like a very tiny car, but it's actually roomy in here. I mean, there's not, backseat room, but who gives a shit about that? This is a driver's car. This is fun to drive. What? Some weird noise coming out. Fuel reserve. Okay, I guess we need some gas here. So, as I mentioned, I mean, these seats, they're just amazing. And the smiles that this car gives me is what matters. I love driving this car. I love the way that it sounds. Even when it downshifts, you hear that snap, crackle, and pop in the exhaust. It's just amazing. I mean, it's a 4-cylinder. They usually never sound good. I mean, I understand there's most likely a lot of sound enhancements and stuff in this car, but I'm impressed. This car is badass. Like I said, we're going to go through the interior, but just looking at this thing, I mean, it's nice. It's got the little moonroof, panoramic moonroof and everything. Let's see here. I just want to punch it. This car. Wow. So the 189 horsepower this car has gives power to the front wheels, which, I mean, that'd be cool if it was rear-wheel drive or even all-wheel drive, but the first time I drove it, it sat so good on the road and it had good traction. I actually, because I hadn't even looked into it the first time I drove it, I didn't know if it was front-wheel drive or not. But yes, punching it a couple times, you get some wheel spin there. But I mean, it's just such a good driver's car. I love this car. It's amazing. Just the way it looks and everything. I mean, these toggle switches, I mean, they're just nice. And it's just so damn comfortable. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but that's really where it's at with this car. I mean, I'm just so surprised. This car is awesome. You hear that? Oh, there was a snap, crackle, pop. That little slap shifter here. Let's see what that can do. Of course, I'm hitting traffic now. That freaking sucks. Okay, so there's 3 different driving modes. The first one is green mode. That's if I guess you're just cruising on the highway and want to have good gas mileage, which this car actually gets. It gets over 30 miles per gallon on the highway. Put it in mid mode. It says let's motor. By the way, it says let's minimalize when you put it in green mode. Put it in mid mode. This says let's motor. Still, and then when you put it in sport mode, let's motor hard. It's a big difference. Yeah, but I love this car. Maybe it's because I like kind of compact cars that are, get that solid feel. There's no body roll. It just sits well on the road. It's fun to drive. It's easy to drive. I like that. And this car, I mean, it just has it all. Alright, let's see if we get some snap, crackle, pop here when we downshift. Oh man, I love this car. I know that that's nothing new. A lot of cars do that. But I did not expect that from a Mini Cooper S. I mean, this thing is sweet. Just sits so good on the road, man. It handles well. I love this thing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drive it to a spot here where we can take a look at the car, and we're going to go through the interior and everything. Oh, I know, I'm like a child. All right. So I'm going to park the car here soon, and then we're going to take a look at this beautiful Okay, so let's take a look at this awesome interior of this Mini Cooper S. If you open the door here, just a very nice design in my opinion. Love the handles, just the buttons in general. Excuse the wind, we're gonna jump inside here. Before we do that, take a look at the seats. Black leather interior. These seats are manual, they're not power, but it has this cool little thing here for support. Just nice little details that I love about this car. Perfect little armrest. Love the steering wheel. Turn it off here. Steering wheel just has such a nice size to it, nice feel. It's not leather wrapped, but still very nice feel. And this part right here, I love the infotainment screen here. It's not a touch screen. It's more controlled by these buttons right here. We'll get into that in a minute here. But what we're going to do is start it up. And it has these awesome toggle switches. So here we have, this car actually has a start-stop technology feature where you can turn that off manually. Then you got your traction control button right there. We already took a look at the key, but just keep that in the cup holder right there. Put your foot on the brake. This illuminates in red. Even that little chime is cool in my opinion. It says fuel reserve. We noticed that on the test drive. Get your instrument gauges here, speedometer, and then you have your tachometer. As we move along up here, more toggle switches for your sunroof. And just lighting switches and so on. So on the steering wheel we have just navigation buttons, voice activation button to answer your phone, and then your cruise control. But I want to focus more on the screen here. Navigate it through this button here. We're going to click the menu. We're at the menu actually. And then by turning this knob here, you get to different info. A whole bunch of different information here. Your owner's manual here. I mean, how cool is that? Click the back button. Your phone, multimedia. It has a Harman Kardon stereo system, which never does justice in these reviews when you turn the volume up, but it's an okay system. I actually thought it'd be a little better sounding being a Harman Kardon. But the main thing with this car, obviously, in my opinion, is that it's a driver's car, so I don't really care that much about the stereo. So, it's a 6-speed automatic transmission, slap shifter, shifts manually. Manual transmission is an option, but I mean, I've driven manuals my whole life, and yes, a car like this, a manual would really, it would be fun. I'm not gonna lie about that, but I actually prefer a really good automatic transmission. One thing that's missing on this car that I feel that it should have is a backup camera. So that is non-existent, at least on this model here. It is a tiny car, so you know it's a lot easier to back up and you know, maneuver in that way. But backup camera, you know, I'm spoiled with that now, so I definitely want that. There are these seats again, Alcantara / suede inserts, just perfectly bolstered, so nice. Back seats, not a lot of room there. I'm gonna step out real quick. There's actually a lever behind here, right there, and you just pull the seat. You know, not the most optimal family car, but just so much fun to drive. I just love the design of this car. The buttons, the seats, and this little chrome details even on the parking brake here. Just very nice. Just giving this car a final overlook here. Oh yeah, and this carbon fiber dashboard here is also very nice. Speaker up there. So yeah guys, I think this is it. As you most likely could tell, I'm very excited about this car. It's an awesome vehicle, and very happy that I got to drive it and review it real quick for you guys here. So as always, let me know what you think of this car in the comment section below. And if this is your first time visiting my channel, check out some of the other videos, and if you like them, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.